Okay guys, I'm going to produce a simple cart with a steel weight. I'm going to start off by saving it here. I'm going to save this as PD example. As I'm going here, I'm going to try to point out things that you might want to do. So this would be Pinewood Derby. Go ahead and hit save. Alright, so I have up here. Now, I'm going to create each piece as a component. So I'm going to end up with an assembly of components. So every new piece that I do, I'm going to right-click on PD example, and I'm going to hit New Component. And I'm going to label them. So this is going to be the wood body. So I'm going to start with a wooden body. I'm going to hit OK. Now, notice that this circle here has highlighted, and that's what I'm working on. So I'm going to go ahead and create a sketch on the bottom plane. I'm going to use a rectangle that is a center rectangle, and I'm going to size this correctly. So I want that to be 7 inches long, and the car is going to end up being 1.3 or 1.75 wide. I'm going to finish that sketch, and then I'm going to extrude that 1.25 inches tall. Alright. Oops. 1.25. Enter. Alright, so right now this is defaulted. It's made out of steel. So if I were to come over here and look at preferences, so I right click on wood body and hit properties, you're going to see that right now it's going to be just under 70 ounces. Steel's so very dense. So I'm going to change that material. To change it to wood, I'm going to come up to Modify. I'm going to come down to Physical Material. Pop-up's going to come up, and I'm going to change that to wood, specifically pine. That's why it's called the Pinewood Derby. In order to do that, I'm going to left-click right here and drag that over, and then unclick, and it will change it to wood. I'm going to go up to and check the properties again, and you're going to see it was just under 70 ounces. Now it is going to be just over 5. My total can be 5, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down a bit and then add weight back to it. So right now my center of mass is just right here in the middle. I'm going to add steel weight. So in order to do that, I'm going to create a sketch here on the side, and I'm going to start off with a bit of a line that goes from here to here. Then I'm going to change and go to a polyline or a fit point spline, and I'm going to kind of go up, maybe a little down, and then up higher. I'm going to go ahead and click check mark. I'm going to ask this line here to be tangent to that line, so it's a nice smooth transition. And then I'm going to kind of move this and adjust it a little bit to where I like it, but move that up a tiny bit, move that back up a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and finish that sketch. Now I'm going to go ahead and extrude that off, and I've now changed my weight. So if I want to know what weight I'm at, again, I'm just constantly going back to my properties and checking. I'm guessing that cut it about in half. I'm probably below 3 ounces. Oh, right at 3 ounces. So I'm going to go ahead and hit close here. All right, so now I'm looking to perhaps round over a little bit, so I'm going to right click on some edges here and just put a little fillet on. 0.15. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to right click and fillet that down. 0.15. Hit OK. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and add a little steel and see what that has. So I want to make a little pocket. I'd like the steel to kind of be in with this, so I'm going to sketch on the back plane here, and I'm going to go ahead and let's see, I'd like to snap from there over to there, and I'm going to come down, I guess, finish that sketch, and then I'm going to extrude this as a little pocket to hold a steel weight. I think that my steel weight's going to be a little small, but actually I'm going to go adjust that right now. So I'm going to take this down further, finish that sketch, and then, yeah, we're going to see how that does. So, alright, at this point I'm going to add a new component, and that's going to be my steel weight. So I'm going to right click up here, oops, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my overview. So right now I'm going to right click up here and hit new component, and that is going to be steel weight. Alright, and that is going to, so now notice it's grayed out the wood body, and I'm working on steel weight. So I'm going to sketch down here on this. I'm going to, rather than redraw that, I'm just going to project it. So I want that line, that line, that line, and that line. I'm going to hit OK. I'll finish that sketch, and I'm going to extrude this up. I'll shave it back off here in a second, you'll see. I'm going to go right to there and hit OK. I'm going to modify, I'm going to go to physical material and make this actual steel. So there's steel, and I'm going to hit that. Close already. Now I want to see both of them together. So right now I'd be working on the steel weight. If I came and clicked here, I'd be working on the wood body. If I come up here, I can see both of them together with neither grayed out. So I'm thinking I might shave that to be a little more aerodynamic. But I'm going to go ahead and just check my properties of the whole thing. This is the wood and the steel, and see what it weighs. Take a little longer to calculate, and start to see, oh boy, that's 9 ounces. So let's go in there and do some work on my steel weight. So I'm going to come down here. I want to work on just that steel weight. I'm going to sketch on the side of that plane right there, and now I'm going to project that line there so that I can snap that. I might have to complete this drawing, but I'm going to see if I can choose, nope, I can shave that off like that. So I'm going to go like that and become aerodynamic with my body, and I certainly got rid of a lot of steel. So now I'd like to take a look at my properties to see where I'm at weight-wise. Please note I still have to add some wheels. Wheels aren't going to be significant, but it's going to be. So, taking a look at this, I'm going to, getting closer. Alright, so now I got to get rid of some more weight here yet, but I'm going to work on that from here. I'm going to check out where my center of mass is. That is also in properties. So, I'm going to go to properties and take a look at where my center of mass is. Center of mass is negative 1.2, and then up 0.535. So that would be back about right here and about right here. I'm going to have to add some wheels here shortly, but there's a first attempt at getting a wooden car body with a steel weight attached.